Namkelekile bamcacisi sinithanda. Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Wow, I'm a chief supporter. As you can see, I'm wearing
after this video we are Puma
my colors. Welcome back to our YouTube channel, you guys. Igama lam Babalo Kwamcaciso, and today we've got the one, the only, Mr. Mcaciso himself. Bo 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 bo.
You know what time it is when you hear that.
Welcome.
Oh, let's got some amazing news to share.
Hello. Someone's lying. Anyway, guys, in today's video, we are going to be talking about things you should disclose on your first date. What is important to disclose on your first date? And what isn't important to disclose on your first date. Zola has got some different views according to, like, he's got his views, I've got my views. And
you can start off with
I think
your views.
For girls don't just date for the sake of dating. Well,
that's not true.
Some girls.
Maybe back then, but now,
yeah, well.
It's fun now. Girls, guys.
Wow.
When it comes to the dating scene.
Wow. I would say that, okay, well, for me, if I get into, like, if I go on a date with someone, it's a potential human being that I am considering to date. Therefore, it's important to disclose certain things on your first date so that for me to decide, am I interested in pursuing this relationship or not? Like,
have you ever been on a date, Jay?
For what?
Like, let me just see what is going on. Let me just go here. Like, he's been asking, let me just go listen.
Hell no. I can't pretend also.
So you always go with, I kind of like him too.
Yeah, I will go with I kind of like him too. Did we date Jay? No.
What's the point of a date?
Yes, a potential boyfriend. Or potential girlfriend.
I don't understand this thing. I thought, like, if someone asks you, God, let me just, it's like an interview. You know, when you walk, gonna get a job. Like, everyone who goes to the interview.
Baba, have you been on a date?
How you come and yeah, everyone who's coming here, we can appoint them. No, come and like, let's hear what you have to say.
You can't interview an engineer in an advertising role. You can't apply for it.
No, look, for example, do you know when you've been headhunted, the company wants you, but then they want to have an interview to sort of confirm. That's how you framing dating to be like. Whereas like normal interview process, the company like opens up to people and then it shortlists those who make the requirement.
Obviously,
and then it comes and listen to them.
Exactly.
It doesn't listen to them with like, we would love to. They just listen to, okay, do you meet
you meet the requirements.
So I thought dating was like that. Like, if I'm single, the guy next door is single and he asks me out on a date, I'll go and listen to what he has to say.
That's not true, because there are certain women where now you would not even consider approaching because they're not meeting your requirements. Physically or emotionally or mentally.
Don't you think then you're robbing yourself of an opportunity of love?
Wow,
by excluding people, external factors.
So apply njani?
Awumamela like awumamela ibhuda man.
For uba ngugqirha kodwa ufunde i-arts.
Yo.
It doesn't make sense.
But
anyway, so I feel like there's certain things that you need to disclose on your first.
That word disclose.
For one important thing for me is that you need to disclose whether you have children. I feel like that's a very important thing to decide whether you want to be in a relationship with that person or not. The reason being, I date or used to date for marriage. I don't think I would date someone if I would not see myself with that person in the future. Yes.
Damn, girls and guys and girls are different.
But why would I date you like I'm wasting my time?
So you don't date for fun? You've never been in a phase in your life where you're dating for fun?
No.
Really?
Why?
Because you like the person, you think they're cool.
No, absolutely not. That's a waste of my time. Also, it just puts a label on you as a woman. That
No, but sometimes when you're young, you've got
around.
time to waste.
No.
Like when you're 20, why are you dating to marry?
Because maybe we can get married young. What's the point of dating? The point of dating is to date to get married. Why are you dating? Just to fool
Because I like you. I mean, I feel like now there was a cap at a certain age in my life. Like, yeah, when I'm this age, maybe hey, the person that I date is gonna be like, okay, like after 25. That's when my mindset changed to say, okay, now if I meet someone, maybe it must be someone that I think, okay, I want to marry because maybe in 3 years, maybe when I'm 28, 29. But when I was 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Kwasekrit.
Yo, ay, what was this?
Kwasekrit.
Hey,
Kwaseprimary
is
school.
strong.
Kwaseprimary.
For life.
Wow.
Yo, What?
What's the one thing when okay, that's the one
I feel,
thing for
okay.
me. What's yours?
Now I feel like I have a different approach to dating. Ne? I feel like there's certain things that I wouldn't expect a person that I go on a date with for the first time to disclose because they're not comfortable with me. They don't know me, right? They may not feel comfortable telling me that they have kids because they fear judgment, which is a reality. Some people, the moment you tell them as a woman, I've got 2 kids and you're 23, they're going to go to the bathroom and not come back. So, in my view, I feel like some deeper personal things shouldn't be discussed on your first date. Your first date must be light, and you must just get to know each other's personalities. like what do you do for fun? You know, do you have do you work? Do you exercise? What are you interested in? And for us, just to ease each other into our lives. And then as we go along, as many as disclosure here and there, because we're feeling more comfortable with each other. Like, for example, the issue that we were discussing yesterday, that like certain legal requirements that we think are important to be met before you marry someone. We were talking about the issue of if someone has ever been arrested, have they spent some time in jail? Like, someone will not be comfortable telling you that in the first date, or if they've ever been admitted in a mental institution. You know,
but that's a very important thing to talk about on your first date.
It is important, I agree, if you're going to make a long-term commitment with someone, but it is not important to discuss on your first date. That's just my view. Because
what if you fall in love? What if you fall in love with the person?
Good.
You spend like months.
Good. Then you
discover. I've heard some crazy stories. They've been dating for 2 years.
Yes.
Yes,
and then now they're at a point where they're comfortable to tell you that they have kids. Now your life is gonna get tested there.
That is deceitful.
No, my man. 2 years may be too long. The point is this: there are certain things that you won't feel comfortable sharing with someone that you don't have an emotional connection with. You fear judgment. The reality is people get judged. The mere example of a 23-year-old who goes on a date with a 26, 27-year-old guy, right? Or 25-year-old guy. And then the girl says, yo, by the way, I've got 2 kids, what?
Mm-hmm.
That in itself may just kill the whole date. For a guy. Most guys. I'm generalizing again, but it may kill. But if you spend some time with this girl and get to know who she is, you'll even be able to understand the context in which she had the kids when she tells you. And then you'll understand. You won't cast judgment blindly because it's someone you know. But if they tell you in the first day, like, hey, what have you been? Hey, you've been busy. You're 22. You know, you cast judgment because you don't understand the context. And then you both rob each other the opportunity to get to know each other. But if you find out 6 months down the line, or 3 months down the line, or 2 months down the line, if you really love me, then that love will really be tested.
Interesting.
So that's just how I feel about the whole put it out there on the first date kind of vibe.
Wow. I think we have different views. I think another thing that you need to disclose in your first date is what you do for a living.
True.
To understand whether this person will be the right match for the kind of life you want to build.
Well, not necessarily that, but just to, as a process of getting to know someone, who they are. You need to know where they work, which school do they go to, did they finish school, all those things.
You do need to know, because there are con artists out there.
Yeah. But not necessarily to measure whether or not the person is going to fit into your life or not.
I think it is important. You know why? Because certain people have got certain, like if you work long hours, that, like doctors for example, like there's some people that would not get married to doctors. There's some people that, like if you travel, if you work in the marine, I know I would never be with a person that is always not at home. So you need to disclose stuff like that. It's not to gauge whether or not, like, your pocket, it's not about that. It's about your emotional and physical presence in the relationship. Like if you are with a person that has a very high intensity job or a high risk job, for example, like there are people that work like really high risk jobs.
True.
And their life is put at stake every
So you wouldn't
day.
be able to date that person?
You are if I walk or anything, like if I was a flight attendant, for example, I know that you would not date me because I'd never be home.
That's true.
And one of the things that you desire is for you to be able to see your person whenever you want to see them.
Yeah, I'll probably date you, but it wouldn't work out. I don't. See? You see, the point is, the point is like I don't think I would disqualify. I don't have those type of deal breakers, ne? Because life change as you evolve as people and priorities change. You know, time you may like you studying to be this. You're not even this yet. When you are, this girl's gonna be a doctor. She's never gonna be home. I'm not gonna date this person. But maybe the priorities will change. I don't know. But I just
think so. Even sometimes, like for you and I have completely different professions. Yours is very serious, right? And mine is very like creative. Freedom. Our working hours are completely different. I work in a very casual environment. I could literally go to work dressed like this. And you are a suit. Nowadays. Well, I mean back in the day, like you're a suit. So it's important to know those kind of things so that for you to understand, is this a person that we're going to get along with? Is she going to understand the environments the spaces that I have to be in?
Yeah.
Like, I obviously can't be doing crazy shit in front of your colleagues and stuff like that. Do you understand what I mean? Like, it's important to have those kind of discussions for you to gauge whether this is fully in love to discover can be a few months down the line, let's say 6 months down the line, you're like, we really love each other, but these things are things we can't really move past.
So those are deal breakers for you. So what a person does can be a deal breaker for you, whether you get to relationship or not. Okay. Okay. Okay, get that. Yeah, like I have different views to disclose, but things that I would like to know, you know, I would like to know about just like basic things on a first date. You know, like what do you do for a living? Which school did you go to? What music you like? Just basic general things. Yeah, I don't expect groundbreaking shit like disclosures when we meet. Maybe some things you'll discover as you date the person. But the person as you get into as the process of getting to know each other unfolds. I don't want people to put their cards on the table from the word go. And the only reason why I don't want that, 2 reasons. I don't want to rob myself an opportunity of getting to know the person because I already have preconceived ideas based on what they've disclosed. And number 2, I don't want the person, I wouldn't want to disclose certain sensitive things about myself to a person that I don't know, and I wouldn't expect a person to do the same for me.
Wow. I feel like, yeah.
Like for example, also like the issue of kids, né? I'll probably, if I were like to date and have kids, it's something that I would disclose. because I'm proud of having kids and it's part of who I am. But I don't think that the other person must expect those things to be disclosed. But me talking about myself, talking about like, yeah, I'm a dad, like it's something that I would talk about on a first date. Yeah, but I wouldn't be like, yeah, yo, in 2018 I was arrested and I spent 5 years in jail.
Wow.
On my
I feel
first
like
date.
you need to say I've been arrested before, like on your first date.
Is that a deal breaker for you?
But it is. Yeah, I guess.
Is that a deal breaker? No, is that a deal breaker for you?
What do you mean? Of course it's a deal breaker.
But you don't even don't know why the person was arrested.
You need to disclose those things. Another thing that I feel like people downplay.
You're screaming now.
Disclose. I have.
You do the screaming.
Of
you don't
course,
do
you have to scream. Imagine what dating.
Do you even eat your food on a date? Do you even eat your food? Is that something that the person must disclose? Whether they like their financial position? You need to disclose
your financial position. Are you in debt?
Hayi ngabe ufuna umsebenzi eParliament apha kwaye ufuna uthando.
On your first date. Are you in debt? Yes or no? You need to say that.
Okay, well, let's
personalize
this a bit. Have you ever been on a date with someone and then they've said something like whilst the relationship, the date's going on, so it's like.
Have you
ever done that?
I have.
I did take time, so decided it's not happening.
Telling imali yakho okanye telling izinto off and you're like, you are never gonna see me again.
Now talk about what they disclose.
Disclosed.
I told you I was arrested in 2014 for fraud. Because it's over.
I've never.
Yeah?
I've never.
Have you ever left a date just partying?
No. Because I screen people before
I
even go sit across the table with you because there are crazy people out there.
No, there are crazy people out there, and I think you'll discover that as you get to know them.
Yeah.
Now it's free flow. On the first day, I saw that it wasn't as deep.
Concerned about your. On a deal break. When?
If you're on the first date.
Awunazo data noba yintoni.
No.
Data cow, serial data.
You're
with dates.
When you go on a date, you are not dating. You see?
Spending time with that person.
Yes, to get to know the person. So I didn't ask with deal breakers per se. To say no, I didn't ask with deal breakers per se because they understand the context. And I'm not if I did 18, I would appreciate you might come too strong. Like don't come too strong.
I feel like I came on too strong when I started dating you.
Nah, that's not true.
When we had our first date.
Wait, what did you say that is like what?
No, we had really deep questions to ask each other because we had different belief systems. I was going to church deep.
Yeah, but that was a fun debate that I can have with anyone. It's not you coming back too strong. It was like a debate on religion.
No, Baba, you can't remember. We asked each other, how are we gonna do this? Because it was a sexual thing, and I was like, I'm not gonna sleep with you.
Aye, Baba, not on the first date. You didn't talk about if you're gonna have sex with me on the first date.
How about we spoke about sex on the first date?
Was it the date or after the date?
No, it was at the date.
At the restaurant.
Yes.
That's not true.
Yeah.
That's not true. Let me tell you what happened on our first date.
Wow. What happened?
On our first date, we went shopping.
I remember.
So as we were shopping, we were just having casual conversations. There was nothing disclosed there. The only thing that I knew about you was that you liked church a lot. And you thought I liked to party a lot. So a lot of our discussion was centered around its positions now about each other. And delving deep into that. But it was fun. Then we were just talking about, you're in a relationship, Oh, your relationship. Oh, when was your last relationship? Those kind of situations. We never went deep. But have you been arrested before? Are you in debt? Do you have kids? You know? Have you ever been admitted into a mental institution? Yeah, we didn't get into those things that like coming too strong, you know. Like what like the you know, it was just a light organic conversation. It was not like an interview where you are digging deep and trying to find out possibly the most sensitive parts of my life. Do you still, you didn't ask me those things. You didn't. I didn't ask you those things either. We were just having an organic conversation. So now I wouldn't want someone who comes on too strong. I wouldn't ask him to a deep man about myself. Calm down, like what is the rush? No, the first, what I want to know is like, what I want to know in the first relationship, what I would like to know first, like date, is if I can chill with you. I mean, can I chill with you? Can we have a conversation? Do we have things in common that we can talk about? You know, can I come to your house and have dinner and we have a conversation, we laugh, we have fun? That's it. And then after that, you go, yeah, but you find out bit by bit about the person. I never liked from the word go, so what is your position on COVID-19? You know, what is your view on the current COVID-19 restrictions?
Tick box.
Yeah. What is your financial position? That would be too strong. Like if someone comes to me and asks me those things, then I wouldn't come back.
I want to know what your goals are. What are your dreams? What do you aspire for in life? Where do you see yourself in a few years? Would you want to move overseas at some point?
Okay.
Do you want to stay in Cape Town?
Cool. Let's have that conversation.
Do you want to start a family one day? That's a deal breaker. Like if you want to have kids, some people don't want to have kids.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you need to ask those questions on the first date. Because I feel like a lot of people waste their time in dating by not asking the right questions initially, and then they end up getting their hearts broken. But you can't get into a relationship with a blindfold, like walking blindly.
You've got a point there, né? But the only difference that I hold is that must be like a progressive conversation, as opposed to something that you have on the first day. Like if someone says, I don't want kids, they're like, it's done.
It is.
Yeah, but maybe there's a reason why they don't want kids. It's because maybe they don't have a man that they trust enough. Maybe something happened to them when they were young. Maybe they were sexually assaulted or something. But if you date them and you make them comfortable enough, they can overcome that fear and have kids with you. Even though the initial stance was like, I don't have kids. But if they say that in the date, I don't want to have kids, and you don't give yourself an opportunity to understand why, through a progressive process where you get to know the person, then you're going to rob yourself an opportunity to date the person. And those are the risks that I don't want to take. Because you can't, if someone says, I don't want kids, like, there's a deep reason there. But if for you, you're going to have this deal breaker, me, I want kids, peace, then you didn't give yourself each other a chance. That's my only fear about this prescriptive, full disclosure stance. Now I want it to be progressive. Yeah, I give myself at least 6 months to get to know you and to make a decision if I want to be with you. That's fine. Then I leave.
Okay.
Like I leave. I don't feel like I wasted my time. I spent 6 months with someone that every day it appeared as though something can work out, but then I realized the more that I unpack, the more I read this book, I realize that the conclusion is not what I wanted or I intended. Then I leave. I didn't waste my time because I spent the time getting to know the person and then transpired that. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not a time wasted. You know?
If you say so.
So what tips, Kevin, would you? What tips would you give young people out there, even older people who are in the dating scenes? What are things that, for example, that I know so that a person shouldn't do on a date? You as a female now, how could you get about what you should disclose or what you shouldn't disclose?
Don't Don't kana nikulahleke isingesi.
Siyabaleka
Don't
take your lover.
abilixeleko kwi-date.
Don't be a galego.
Uhambe uyokwenza izinto ezithi ridiculous man zoba ndifuna order the most expensive champagne and the most expensive food. Things that you would not do xa uhamba wedwa.
Yeah.
Don't do that on the first date.
Yeah.
Secondly, if a guy asks you out on a date to their house, that's a red flag. Don't do that.
Don't go.
Ukusaphi? Normalize stealing for a guy that asks you out.
Hi.
Rob them. Umroba phambane. Ukusaphi endlini yakhe, that's a red flag. Don't do that because you don't know that person. They may get raped.
Yeah, true.
And
True.
yeah, don't do
So
that.
where would you advise people to have dates?
Public
First date.
space, at a restaurant.
Did you not go to my house on the first date?
No, I definitely only went to your house. I did not go to your house on the first date. I did not go to Zola's house on our first date. We went out. I didn't go to your house.
And then
So, yeah.
after the date?
I didn't go to your house still.
What happened?
We went home. You went home, I went home.
Really?
Yes, really. Wow. That's
How
what I was
kanjalo
saying.
Mrs. Like this?
Yeah, takungabihleleki we go to a public space, and just
Yeah.
be a lady, man. Uziphathe kakuhle, ungenzi into ezifani, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes.
You know what I mean?
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Because I think that can be a deal breaker for a lot of guys. If you go on a date with them and then ungakwazi uziphatha. For example, lento ngathi ngoku ufumene i-opportunity, you feast out, you buy things on the menu that you don't even know because you think you're not paying for them. Until the time comes for you to pay, they tell me 50-50.
You're
Then
right.
you think, oh, boy.
I think you should also, like, if you're going on the first date, if the other person asks you out, you should be the one paying for the bill.
Cool.
The person that asked you out, the guy. And also, don't let the guy pay for it. Offer as the girl when he's about to pay.
And if he lets
I can
you?
also get that. Huh?
And then if he lets you pay?
Then you
You
pay.
pay.
And y'all never gonna see me again.
No, guys, don't make ladies pay on their first date. Boza. No, don't make girls pay on their first date. That's a no-no. But also girls, like, it helps when you say, you offer to also chip in on the bill.
That's true.
It helps, like,
Lady,
and be serious and really, but I'm sure a gentleman won't allow you to pay for the bill. They'll probably say, yeah, no, it's fine, I've got it. Yeah, well, now for me, it's like a deal breaker when sisters behave like that. Bon bam talk about house of feaster. Bon akuzotsha imali yakho apha uzange ubheka to know. Akodwa ngayithengi umuntu aba cocktail after cocktail after cocktail. Ubona ba le ncoko ngosembithu sisi because ufocus apha kwi menu, yabo. When time comes to pay, bhatala kaloko. Yazi bhatala kaloko. Wake wathi umyisisi ku.
Wow.
Dabaleka. God.
Hayi baba babaleka.
Anabaleka nje.
Oh, suxoka.
Dabaleka. What do you mean down the clothes? Dabaleka.
Wow.
Like, this is not going to work out. We're never going to.
Oh, I thought you meant as in like you ran away from the bowl.
No, I'm not gonna. I pay the bill. Like, no, peace out. Like, I don't see us building anything yet.
Anyway, guys, yeah. Inkosi ngomukela ivideo yethu. We hope that you enjoyed.
We hope you enjoyed this song as much as we enjoyed it. Peace.